Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane. Just got back from vacation. I was out on St. Simon's Island for about half a week. It was okay. Hot. Oh my god, that island is hot. And I've lived in the desert for a while, and it's whoo, that's a hot island. But anyway, as always, I'm Nerdicane. If you're listening to this, if you like my vid, hit a like, hit a subscribe. I really need the subscribers. Also, during the weekend, I did a podcast with Ethan Ainsworth. It's called Knights, a Marvel podcast. We talked about some old Punisher comics that are really overlooked from the '90s. It was It was something daring. It was kind of a daring storyline. But Ethan puts a lot of work into his podcast. He's a young guy, very astute, very well read in comics. Go check out his work. He's a good kid. He's doing a good job. So he deserves more listens. Okay, so we're gonna get to the meat of this now. A few months ago, one of my early videos was about Funko Pops, and it is the most hated video I have ever done. The vitriol. I trash Funko Pops. I think they're trash. I trash them because they are trash. But the number of people I get comments from defending Funko Pops is hilarious. And but yeah, I'm going to break that record with this one. So, guys, sit down. We need to have a talk. We need to have a talk about Twitch, and we need to talk about thoughts. So, the other day at college, I came up to a friend of mine. He was in there doing some work, and he had a live stream going on. And I was like, "Oh, what is this? What's going on?" And he showed it to me. He's like, "Oh, this is blah blah blah," and kind of explained it to her. So, explained it to me, and I watched it for a few minutes, and it was really innocuous to me until I started watching the feed, and you'd see $5, $10, $15, $25, $2, $3. I kept seeing this, and then I'd see somebody subscribe to this woman for 3 months. And it really struck me. I did all the math, and I'm like, she was basically filing her nails and talking about what she had for lunch. And in doing that on a live stream, she did that. She made at least $70. Now, I can't fault her, and I can't fault the women who are doing this because, essentially, they've found a way to make stripper money without being a stripper. The life of a stripper is very tough. I've known some in my past. It's a very tough life. But it really just kind of struck me that what was going on here. How she was kind of playing the guys. She had, a list of of people who had donated to her the most money. And, I'm not going to mention how much the top guys had donated to her that month. Because A, I can't remember, and B, it was really embarrassing to see somebody take that money out of their monthly budget and just give it to this woman for what she was doing, essentially painting her nails. But I looked into it further, and I've actually been popping into Twitter and looking into it a little, or not Twitter, Twitch, and looking into this a little more. And it's kind of sad, guys. I'm not mad at the women. It's capitalism. They are not creative women. They're not funny. They're not interesting in any way other than their level of interest. The level of interesting that they produce is dependent on how low their shirt is. The content that I've seen, okay, and we're going to get into this other weird thing. These ASMRs where it's basically just noise that they're making. They get these weird little headsets and with ear-shaped headsets, and they whisper into them, and they do other stupid stuff like tapping on a cutting board. I honestly saw a woman who had run out of ideas to do on this little whisper microphone. She was tapping on a cutting board with her nails. I just watched Amaranth tapping on a bottle of 5 Hour Energy, and I watched her yawn. She was so bored and so disinterested in what she's doing for these guys who are paying her that she actually yawned during the thing. Now, I can already feel the hate coming from a lot of people, but these are things you need to hear, guys. You are being played. I'm not even pointing a finger at the women, because the women were doing what I would do if I were a hot chick. If there's money to be made there, I would be doing that. I'd be streaming till 3 a.m., banging my head against a cutting board, or crinkling wrapping paper. I don't know, whatever the hell they do. Yeah, I've seen some pretty horrible stuff. I saw one woman, she was so out of ideas of what to do. She had a half full water bottle, and she was just like shaking it at the little ear microphones, and she was completely disinterested in what she's doing. She was actually texting on her phone. She's shaking the water bottle, hoping that some donations would come in while she's texting her friend. I could only imagine what's in that text. But guys, that's absolutely ridiculous what you are doing, that you are donating money. You're giving hard-earned money from your budget to women who are doing this with zero. You cannot tell me that there is entertainment value in that. There is absolutely no entertainment value in that. There is an appeal to voyeurism. That's what you're subscribing to. You are getting to see, you think you're seeing a woman, in her private home, just being herself. That's not what you're seeing, okay? That woman on that screen who you're paying money to, that's an act. Whatever name she's going by, that name is an act. These women, doesn't it strike you odd that all of these women are single and they're all into quote unquote gaming, and on a Friday or Saturday night, they're not going out, partying, dancing, doing what normal women do on Friday or Saturday night? Does that strike you as odd that there's that many physically attractive women out there not doing that? Because the reason they're not doing that is because they can make money at home shaking water bottles, and you listen to it. So here's the other truth, and there's been a big case. L of the Day, who has a great channel. He's a good guy, great channel. He does some really good content. I guess he sort of, quote unquote, exposed one of them as being married. But, her persona was always that I'm not married, I'm single. Oh, why am I single? I'm taking applications for boyfriends, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, from what I've heard from other people, it really wasn't a secret, but it was sort of a secret. But he sort of, quote unquote, exposed that. And that's what caused the stir, that he exposed it, because that was he kind of burst the bubble on the act that she was doing. And to counter that, she basically asked her followers to put strikes on this guy and get his channel taken down. That is the definition of hitting a little too close to the mark to get her all riled up like that. So you got to pump the brakes. You got to take a step back, and you got to look at it. All these women who are doing these ASMRs, who are doing this gaming, have any of you, the ones who do gaming, have any of you seen them win a game? I mean, aside from a competitive game, a true competitive game, Fortnite, PUBG, are there any winner chicken dinners amongst these D cups? Have you ever seen one of them win? No, because you're not there for the content. You're not there for the gaming content. You're there to see how low that shirt is. You're there to hear that voice. And that's the trap. That's the hook. That's what's got you. You guys, from being, I don't know, socially awkward or whatever, you've given up on real dating. And that's the crux of this. This is what I want you guys to do. Stop it with that pseudo girlfriend internet voyeurism thing. Go out, ask a real woman out. You watch these things because you're lonely, and you know what? I'm going to shoot straight with you, okay? You're lonely and you crave that female presence in your life. You crave that voice. And that's why you're doing it. If you have an argument about the entertainment value, please put it in the comments, because I would really like to hear that argument. That would be very, very fun to listen to read. But that's why you're doing it. You don't want to admit it, and you don't have to admit it to yourself. That's why you're doing it. You know, I'm not going to call him out either, but you know who you are. This one guy gave $13,000 to Amaranth one night, New Year's Eve, because she was so alone and she was at a Waffle House, and this dude gave $13,000, and the fallout from that is well documented in these other channels. I'm not going to say it. But what I am going to say to that dude is, get up, dust yourself off. You're not the first person in history to get suckered like that. You won't be the last. Someday you'll laugh about it. Not today, not tomorrow, but eventually you're going to laugh about that whole situation. But you need to understand, and I hope it's been a $13,000 lesson. Hope you understand that that is not your girlfriend. That will never be your girlfriend. All of you guys out there, these women on these Twitch streams are not your girlfriend. They all have boyfriends. They are all physically, as far as physical attraction, these women are the top tier 10s, 9s, 10s, physically. Mentally, creatively, socially, probably not. Some of them, as you can see from the content, a lot of them just aren't very creative. So they probably don't have a whole lot going on up in their heads. I've never seen one that has a whole lot going on up in their heads. But all of those girls have boyfriends, have fiancés, have husbands. And all of those boyfriends, fiancés, husbands laugh at you. They laugh at all of you followers when you give money to their girlfriend, because they know that that's going to pay their rent, and that's going to pay for their car note, and they're going to go out on a nice vacation for that with that money. And all she has to do is stream something from the vacation in the Bahamas, and all he has to do is stay out of the camera, and more will come. So that's the hard truth of these things that you guys need to realize. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm just disappointed. It's all a ruse. It's all a facade. It's an act. So you guys, and you know, in watching Twitch and kind of asking questions, man, I've gotten banned quick from a couple of people, because I guess they have these moderators in their chat rooms, these white knights, who fervently defend what these women are doing, and no questioning of the validity of it, it will be tolerated. And that's the first sign that something's fishy. That really should be the first sign that something's fishy, when you get this echo chamber of adoration. Something's weird in there. But you guys can hate on this. You can thumbs down. You can give me comments. You can tell me to shut up. But you know, and I know, deep down, it's all a ruse. It's a fake. It's a facade. It's all an act. You know that's not your girlfriend. My advice to you guys, man, pick yourselves up from the screens, from the keyboards. Get out there, meet women, talk to them, ask them out for coffee. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the best thing is you learn something. You get a little better talking to women, because I know the gaming and the nerd community, not always the most suave when it comes to the fairer sex, but you're not going to gain any progress sitting in front of that keyboard looking at this woman raking her nails against an ear-shaped microphone. But yeah, that's all. Oh, excuse me. That's all I got for this. You guys take your lessons. If you've donated money to this, I don't want to hear about it. You know what you've done. Just understand that's not your girlfriend. That won't be your girlfriend. That's somebody else's girlfriend that you're giving money to watch do the mundane shit in her bedroom or whatever. But thanks for listening. I'm Nerdicane. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a share. Yeah, you guys out there gotta man up, because this is it's ridiculous. But have a good day. Tell me what you think in the comments, and you can thumbs down it or what. I imagine this will get the most hate of any video I've ever done. But hopefully some lessons are learned out there. Thank you for listening. I'm Nerdicane. You can hit me here. You hit me Twitter. And hit a like, hit a share, hit a subscribe. I really need subscribers. Have a nice day.